Welcome to the Firehouse, the show dedicated to the brave men and women who serve our community.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Firehouse on WRHU 88.7 FM. I am your host, Chris Moses, and today, sitting with me in the Firehouse is my boy, Chief Kyle Boles. What's going on,
What's
brother?
up there, brother?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good.
You're
good. Blessed, yes.
Listen, we are all blessed. So listen, I know who you are. I'm going to need you to, talk to our audience. Tell them who you are. Tell them what department you're in, what company, and how long you've been in.
I'm Chief Kyle Boles. I'm a 30-year member of the Hempstead Fire Department.
30 years.
30 years. I'm in Truck Company 1.
Truck Company 1, baby.
I love it. Love it. Good bunch of guys. You know, we got a good morale. Got my start basically through watching Rob and Charlie Hendry.
There we go. So yeah, let's start from there, right?
Yeah, I seen them working one day. I was in Roosevelt Fire Department before I got to Hempstead. And
okay.
We had a fire on.
How many years did you do in Roosevelt?
Well, Roosevelt did about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years, and we went to a fire at the Coliseum.
Okay.
I seen Charles and Rob on a roof.
Working. Now, wait, before we go, were you engine or truck over at?
I was engine. I was hose
engine.
one.
Okay,
hose one.
Okay.
Brush rabbits.
Okay.
On Park Avenue. And I seen them working on the roof, and I'm like, yo, I want to, I like how they doing this. They had the leather boots.
Okay.
The leather boots, and with the bunker gear on, I'm like, yo.
Look at these guys
These guys up here. You know, and then I met my wife, and I moved to Hempstead.
And that was a no-brainer.
After that. Joined Truck 1, and basically met them two guys with their father, and they guided me.
Yeah.
I was under their wing, and I learned a lot from them. From them three guys.
Wow.
I learned a lot.
Wow.
And they're truly my brothers. No exaggeration. Truly my brothers.
I love that. And that's what you get when you join in the volunteer services. You get that brotherhood.
You get that brotherhood,
family,
and
that family.
Yeah.
So let's start. 30 years. I know you got some stories for me.
Oh, some stories.
You got some stories for me.
Yeah.
30 years. We're going to get into those stories later on. But let's just start. 30 years. What makes you say, and what year did you start in the fire service?
Oh, I started in 1990. 1990.
What makes you say, I'm going to join the fire department, right? Because there's other things to join. Other people do it. What makes you say, you know what? I want to be a firefighter.
Well, that started basically when I was about 5 years old. My mother told me. I used to watch fire trucks come past us. I used to close my ears, didn't want to hear it.
Uh-huh.
And then one day I got up. I said, Ma, I want to join Roosevelt Fire Department.
Okay. So did you do juniors first or
no,
you just straight in?
Straight in.
18 you joined.
18. Yep, I joined. Basically, I started, my first department was Brentwood Fire Department.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I started in Brentwood.
So you started in Brentwood.
Yep.
So at 18 in Brentwood.
In Brentwood
you remember
Fire
what company?
Department. I was Quinn Hassett, Hose 1.
Look at that. Hose 1, Quinn Hassett. What's up?
Yep. I was there. And then I did a year there. Then I moved back. I was going to school there.
Okay.
Stayed with grandma and moved back to Roosevelt.
Okay.
Joined Roosevelt Fire Department. Stayed there about 2 years.
And then moved again.
And then moved again and joined Hempstead. And Hempstead's my home.
And that's your home. And
this is my home. This is where I've been.
Wow. Okay.
This is where I've been. And this is where boots on the ground.
This is where you
and this is where I am.
All right, so a year in Brentwood, 2 years in Roosevelt, and then we move over to Hempstead where home is, right?
Home is.
So I guess this is where we start thinking about becoming a leader within the fire services, right?
Yep.
So what makes you want to take that step into leadership in the fire department?
Ooh, I took that step, like I said, watching Rob and Charlie and his father.
Okay.
And watching what they did and how they talked to people and how they interacted. That made me want to gain my wings.
Yeah.
His father used to always tell me, get on the truck. If you get on this truck and if you don't know what you're doing, don't get on.
Don't get
on. If you don't know what you're doing, don't get on. Don't get on. He goes, because you follow those two guys, you're gonna get hurt.
Yep.
Or you're gonna get trapped. So if you feel comfortable, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Because trying to follow behind those two guys,
Yeah, no.
You get off the rig, they're running.
They're going.
And you got to keep up. And like I said, watching them, and like I said,
Learning.
Charlie and Rob in a fire, they will give you a class any day. I don't care if the place is still burning. You having a class.
You having a class.
They're showing you how to take open a wall, how to trench. I mean, how to put a pattern on a fire. I mean, everything. And watching those guys was energetic.
So that kind of gave you that push.
That gave me that push.
I want to learn and do more.
Learn.
So
Yep.
you start out. So in Hempstead, first of all, I have to ask this question. How many companies are in Hempstead? Because I hear that Hempstead is like, I heard there's like 7 engine companies or something like that, right?
Yeah, 7 engine companies. And basically, like I said, everybody's a bunch of good guys. I mean, we all have our personalities. But one thing I will say with Truck One, we can be arguing, fighting. When them tones drop, it's a whole different world. All that gets pushed to the side, and we do what we have to do.
You do what you have to do.
We have to do what we have to do.
So you're in, you decide, hey, I'm going to take that leap. You go into leadership. So now you're, is it second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain?
No, just captain. Just captain.
Oh, so there's no lieutenants.
No. It's a lieutenant, but it's a captain. But we don't do first and second. We just do.
Oh, so you just do one lieutenant, one captain.
One captain.
So you start as a lieutenant, then you move up, and now I'm captain of my company.
Yep.
All right. So you do that. Now you're captain of the company. I know that right there is already crazy.
Yeah.
Then you say, I want to take this jump to chief. How does that look? What is that dynamic like?
Ooh, well, that dynamic was kind of strange because I told guys, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. And again, back to Charlie. Charlie calls me up, Kyle. If you want to run, I give you my blessing. I said, Chief, I'm running.
They tell me, yeah.
And like I said, he gave me the blessing. The company gave me the blessing. I ran, won. It was a whole different world. It opened up my eyes to true.
So when you say open, when you say open up your eyes, because now you're not just looking at one company, you're looking at everything.
Everybody.
How do you handle that as a chief, especially with Hempstead being so big, the hub?
It's a task. You have to have like I said, a straight, level head, and also you have to have good assistants.
There you go. So how many assistants do you have?
Well, you have 3.
3? Okay, so there's 3.
Yeah, and when I was chief, I had Freddie Sanders, who was a rock for me. Okay. I mean, he was my rock. When I had problems, he helped me out. Okay. My second rock was Chad Mott. He was my first assistant chief. He was my rock. He was my go-to. Okay. And then my third and my big brother was Scotty Clark.
There you go.
I had the best 3 teachers. Even though Chad Mott was below me, but he was still a teacher. Yeah. Because like I said, people. The way I look at it is, people teach you in different ways. Yeah. And Chad had that way of talking to people, and me watching him talk and respond, and people responding to him. That was great. And watching the other 2 chiefs the same way. And like I said, I learned a lot from Freddie, and I learned a lot from Chief Clark. A lot. Wow. And basically, me being a chief, that helped me out a lot. It got me through some of the toughest times that I had, because I had COVID. Wow. So when we had COVID, it was bad. A lot of stuff was shut down, and Chief Clark and Freddie Sanders helped me out. They basically said, Kyle, listen, we got you. We're going to do what we have to do, and we're going to make sure you're good. And like I said, I didn't have an installation, but they made sure. They made sure that I had one. They made sure that I was good. You was good. And basically, like I said, everything was shut down, but Hempstead Fire Department still did what we had to do.
Still do what they got to do.
Still do what we had to do.
All right, so let's get into some of these stories, Kyle. We got to get into these stories, Chief, because we're talking the hub here, man. I know that there's some stories. So what you got for me? At least 2 good stories.
2 good stories.
2 good stories. Okay. What you got for me?
Well, one was the one story.
Downtown Graphics is your go-to for custom prints, T-shirts, patches, stickers, and more, turning your creative ideas into reality. Owned and operated by a firefighter, they bring dedication and precision to every project. Whatever you can imagine, they can produce. Visit them at Jobtown Graphics on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Drop a comment if you go on Instagram and tell them that WRHU 88.7 The Firehouse sent you.
The one story was, again, with Rob and Charlie.
Okay.
We're on Main Street. We had a fire reported fire on a roof. Me, Charles, and Rob on a roof with Chief Sanders. And we're up there. We open it up. We see heavy smoke, heavy fire pushing.
Okay.
And the only thing I can see was Rob and Charles says, Chief, at that time, Kyle, let's get off the roof. Let's get off the roof. It's about to collapse. As we move, Charlie gets on a bucket. I get on a bucket. Rob gets on a bucket. The whole roof just collapsing. Boom. Oh, my goodness.
So you're up there.
We're up
working.
there.
You're up there working.
Working.
And somebody sees
something buckling.
Sees the buckle.
That's not right. And he says, let's move over. Let's get out.
So you hop on the bucket.
We hop on the bucket. And as soon as we get on the bucket, the whole roof collapsed.
Oh, what is going through your mind in that moment, Chief? Like in that moment when you hop off? Because again, I think the main thing that you said was they tapped you and said, hey, let's go. And because you trust them, you're like, hey, let's go. This is what you're telling me. So you hop over and then you look to the right.
And the whole roof
What is going through your brain then?
Just thank God that somebody seen it. That's about it. Like I said, it's all about brotherhood. When you go into these houses and on roofs and these buildings, you have to trust somebody.
That's right.
You got to have your back. Because if you don't have your back, who are you going to trust? That's the way I look at it. The way I look at it is it's a brotherhood. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Like I said, every brother sister fight. But with us, it's a different motto. When them tones drop, we have to put all the emotions aside and do what we have to do. We're here for the people.
That's right.
We're here for the people.
That's right.
Nothing else, nothing more.
That's right. That's right. So how about the people inside? Was there anybody inside or you all were just up there?
We were just on a roof. I couldn't tell you. The only thing I know was when we came back down, it was like kissing the ground. Like, glad to be alive. Glad to be alive.
Hey, you turn around and see that. You're like, what? That would have been me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the second story was
there we go. Let's hear it.
And then we had a fire on Jackson. Like I said, most of the fires are me, Charlie, and Rob. And this time it was me and Charlie. I'm on a bucket. We're going up to about the third or fourth floor on Jackson. He goes, Chief, I'm gonna go inside.
Before, and I don't mean to cut you off on your story. We're gonna get back to it. Just for our listeners, you keep saying the bucket. What is that? Explain what that means.
The bucket is where we use to get to the roof to do to transport firefighters or victims up and down. You know, our tower ladder is 75 feet. It goes 75 feet.
So it's the actual
bucket.
The bucket it's called the bucket, but it's the actual
tower
bucket
ladder.
Of the tower
ladder.
Okay,
right.
Of the tower ladder.
And ours is 75 feet. We can reach, basically the 6th floor and do what we have to do. We use it a lot.
Okay.
We're one of the busiest trucks in the 7th Battalion.
Yeah.
And like I said,
no, I just wanted to make sure that the listeners understood when you kept saying bucket.
Yeah,
so
sorry about that.
No, it's all right. That's cool. So let's get back to the story. So,
well, we get up, like I said, probably the 4th or 5th floor. Charlie goes, Chief Kyle, I'm gonna go inside. Okay. I'm calling for him. Charlie. He's doing the search.
So
now.
really
I
quick,
can't see.
Bucket pulls up to the window, right? So there's someone operating it from down or from up top?
Somebody's doing it from the turntable.
Okay.
And me and Charlie are going up.
You're in it. So they pull it right up to the window.
Right to the window. Charlie goes, I'm gonna step inside.
Okay.
As he's searching, I'm calling, Chief, you good? Now, we all know Charlie's a city fireman. They doing their thing. He's doing the search. Pitch black, can't see anything. Chief, you good? Nothing.
Okay.
You good? Nothing. I'm like, now I'm getting nervous because I don't know where he at. And I remember that soon as he came back to that window, he said, you know something, you calling me, it helped me out because it helped me get back to that window.
It let him.
And like I said, me back in the 90s, it was me, Rob, and Charlie in truck one. And like I said, and it felt good. It felt good because, like I said, it's a brotherhood.
Yep.
It's a brotherhood.
So you said 90s, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you were there for 9/11.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
So did you respond in to 9/11?
Yes, I went. We took truck 1 down to. We went to the Millennium Hotel.
Okay.
And we took out some windows. Ooh, and that was a crazy day for me.
It was a lot.
Very crazy day for me. It's like I can vision it, but it's something that you can never, ever, ever, ever get out of your head.
Yeah.
And it's something that every year when it comes around, it's a nail biter. It's tough. It's like I have to go, not to be emotional, but you go to a separate room and you just shake your head and you be like, thank God that, you're here, but it's sad that the other loved ones are not. But that was a tough day.
That was tough. That was tough. But
yeah.
You were here. You're here with us now.
Yeah.
So that's great. But so let's keep going here. Let's keep going. You got another story for me?
Oh, I got another.
I know you got tons of them.
The Father's Day fire. Yeah, the Father's Day fire.
Okay, talk about it.
Father's Day
something
fire.
Huge.
Yeah,
in Nassau County. Yeah. If you say Father's Day fire, everybody knows.
That one where.
And just so our listeners know, if you've watched the show, for some reason, fires love holidays. I don't know why, but there's always some holiday where it's a huge fire. But go ahead, Father's Day fire.
We get the call at 590 Fulton Avenue, 600 Fulton Avenue, of a fire on, I think, the 6th floor. We pull up. Well, I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up. I start gearing up. Truck 1 pulls up.
Just so everyone knows, 6th floor. So he's talking about apartment building.
Yes,
this
apartment building. Yes, sorry, it's an apartment building.
Know, this is an apartment building. Right?
Yes,
right on Fulton. Right there.
Right on Fulton. Yep. And again. This time it's another firefighter named Anthony Cousins. Me and him go up on a bucket, and we make our way into the room, and we have 3 victims, fire victims, in the apartment. One was an invalid and her 2 daughters.
Okay.
We couldn't get them through the front door to go down the hallway. As we're doing that, the whole door is starting to burn. It's burning through the door. So wait,
you're in the room right now.
We're in the room already.
We're in a room. And then you find three people.
3 people.
But you can't go to the door.
Can't go to the door. So it's like
smoke. Imagine everywhere.
Smoke everywhere. So what are you gonna do? We take the bucket and we bring them back down.
Bring them out the window.
And like I said, as soon as we got them down, room. Poof, that was it.
I saw those videos.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure people that know about the fall, there was
videos
of seeing them pull people out of that window. Yeah. And then when they're out, what we're going to talk about later, flashover happens.
Yeah. And like I said, it felt good. It's a thankless job, but they were very, very emotional and very proud that all 3 made it out.
Yeah. That's good. Wow, man! The stories.
So
how do you? First of all, 30 years, man. Like, does it go like that? Like, do you?
It didn't even. Like I said, me.
Can you
personally
believe at this moment? Like, wow, 30 years looking back.
Yeah, because I know it's 30 because I just had my daughter.
Okay.
And she's 34, so that's how I know.
So you was already 4 years in, and then
4 years in, I had my daughter, so I know. It's a lot. It was a lot, Me, I used to bring my daughter down to the firehouse, and then when I had my son, bringing him down to the firehouse. And
did they end up ever joining?
My son's with me in truck 1.
Oh, so first of all, we're gonna have to get him down here.
Yeah, he's in truck 1.
Shout out to your son. Yeah,
Brandon.
What's his name? Brandon. So Brandon,
yeah.
What's up, Brandon? We're gonna need you down here with Pops one day. We're gonna get all of y'all down here.
Oh yeah.
But so he's in with truck 1. How long has he been in?
He's been in about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Chief, have you been in a fire with him yet?
Yes.
Talk about it, because the dynamic there is crazy.
Well,
you're a dad, so it's like I gotta worry, but I also have a job to do, as well as Brandon has a job to do. How is that? Talk about that.
It's Oh, it's
For
stressful.
over 50 years, Fire News has been the preferred publication for fire, rescue, and EMS heroes. Fire News print edition reaches Long Island, 17 states, and the District of Columbia. Visit firenews.com to see the latest news, read their digital prints, or follow them on Facebook and Instagram pages. In print, online, on social media, Fire News has you covered. Visit firenews.com. And if you go ahead and go visit on Instagram, please leave a comment and tell them that WRHU 88.7 The Firehouse sent you.
Well, it's stressful. Put it this way, it's stressful. The first fire.
Were you chief during the time?
No,
Okay.
I was out of office. The first fire we had, it was on President Street.
Okay.
About 6 a.m. It's basically right across the street from Engine 5.
Okay.
He pulls up. I'm thinking he's going to work. He said he's walking out the house. Dad, I'm going to work. Okay. My wife goes, Brandon's going to work? Yeah, he's going to work. Next thing I know, I see him running down the street. I thought you was going to work. Well, I missed the train. And I'm like, okay. Now he goes in. Okay. I got to go in. So he has the nozzle. I'm opening up.
So wait, we skipped the
windows.
story. So he was going to work, I guess heard the call, missed the train, starts bolting back to the firehouse I'm going to go get.
Yeah. And he has, with us, we carry gear in our car.
So that's something different. I'm glad you brought that up. So that's something with Hempstead, right?
Yes.
You carry gear inside your car.
Inside of
versus
my car.
me and Uniondale, we respond to the house and all our gear is there. So you all basically have 2 sets of gear.
Yes.
So you have gear at
some
the firehouse?
do. Not everybody. Some guys do, some guys don't.
And then gear in the trunk of your car.
Right.
So you respond directly to the scene.
Directly to the scene.
I got to ask a question. You're never worried that someone won't show up with the rig?
It has happened. It has happened.
Where everyone's responding to.
It has happened, but usually somebody's coming. Somebody's getting there, and like I said, we're cross trained. Meaning cross training is we can do engine work and we can do truck work. So basically, when that engine or truck pulls up, you go to work.
All right. So let's go back to the story. So. He comes in, y'all get to the structure, and he takes the nozzle.
And I'm upstairs with him, and he's hitting the fire.
So you're the backup.
I'm the backup, and
that is not. I wish somebody got a picture of that. Son on the nozzle, father backing him up.
We have one picture of me and him at a call on, I think, Brown Avenue. Both of our backs together, so you see KB and you see BB.
Look at that,
and that was the proudest moment ever.
I can imagine.
And I got texts all day. Yo, I like this picture, father and son. I said, yeah, that was a proud moment. That was a proud moment. And like I said, he loves it, and it makes me proud because it's a second generation. And
That's right.
He never ever wanted to do it before. And when I tell you, Chris, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic.
So he joined right at 18? Or did he take some time?
It took some time. He didn't want to do it. He was supposed to do it 2 years prior when I was chief.
Okay.
He was supposed to do it, and he didn't do it.
Okay.
And then he said, Dad, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the jump. He went to Engine 4 first. He didn't come to Truck 1 first. He went to Engine 4 first. And then finally, he made his way over to Truck 1, and he's here ever since.
And been there ever since. All right, so let's just get back to that story. So he's on the nozzle, working, you're backing him up. What's going through your brain? Are you, because you're father mode, but you're work mode?
It's scary because, you're thinking about, that's my baby.
Yeah.
Because my nickname for him is Little Man.
Okay.
Even though he's 26, he's my little man.
That's right. No matter what.
I'm in the fire, Little Man. Yeah, Dad. Listen, everybody's like, who you calling? I'm calling Little Man. He knows who I'm calling. He is. So he's on, he's on the nozzle. I'm upstairs. I'm opening up the ceiling, the roof, and he's hitting it. And it's a proud moment, and
look at that.
He comes out, he's all messed up with the sheetrock all over him. And I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy.
If that ain't the most proudest moment
that is what's one of the proudest.
To see your kid doing what you love, and now he loves it.
Yeah,
now he does it.
Yeah.
All right. I love to hear that. All right. So let's keep going here. I got a question for you. If you wanted to debunk something about firefighting right now, what would you want to debunk? For the listeners and for everyone to know.
My thing is, it's a thankless job, but you have some residents that are so happy and so proud that you saved a dwelling. And their precious animals are saved. And basically, like I said, it's people say it's a thankless job, but you really have a lot of people out there.
You do actually get the thanks.
You do get the thanks. You get the thanks. Like you said, you seen it in 9/11.
Yeah.
When we came down the street, people were lined up.
Yeah.
And there are some people in these communities that love seeing volunteer firemen. Yeah. They love seeing they love seeing us. Yeah. And like I said, I can pull up with a shirt on. Thank you, sir, for your service. Yeah. And I'm like, wow. And the guy's like, I'm talking to you. I'm like, for me? He said, yes. Thank you. And that's the myth that everybody says, but there are a lot of genuine people in this county that really respect us. Yeah. Okay. You know,
I love that.
Everybody don't get it, but you get it every now and then.
But you do get it. You do get it. You do get those things.
Yes.
All right. So, we might as well let's play the flashover. So if you saw the show, then you know the flashover game. All right.
Okay.
So let's play the flashover really quick. So, Chief, are you ready for the flashover? So basically, I'm going to ask you two things: Android, Apple. You got to tell me which one you like. But we're going to do TV shows and movies. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Chief Kyle, are you ready for the flashover?
I'm ready for the flashover.
All right. Let's get this going. All right. Here we go. Chicago Fire, rescue me.
Rescue me.
Rescue me. Third watch.
Third watch.
Backdraft, ladder 49.
Backdraft.
All right. So people say ladder 49. I'm a backdraft fan.
Backdraft.
That's the Bible.
Yeah.
But we'll get into a little bit more with that. All right. And then and I already know the answer to this, but I got to ask anyway. The most important question I'm going to ask today: engine or truck?
Truck
all the way.
Truck all the way.
Even though humble beginnings was engine.
Yeah.
We are truck all the way.
Truck
right?
all the way.
Truck all the way.
Truck opened my eyes to a lot of possibilities, you know? So
I love that. All right. Yeah, but no, like we were saying, backdraft ladder 49. I feel like the younger people kind of pick ladder 49 because it's a newer show.
So they don't know
backdraft.
Backdraft started it all. Yeah, started it all.
It's a little bit, we talk about how a little bit extreme it was with the things they did, but it's still, it was that. All right. So I got a couple more questions for you. Just if you can, just a typical day in Hempstead, right? As chief, like, do you go to every firehouse? Like, what happens? I guess your day for training is Sunday, like everyone else.
No, we do it. We do truck one. We do ours on Thursday nights.
At
7 o'clock.
Thursday nights.
We try to get all the new guys and some of the senior guys to come down and show the new guys what to do.
Okay.
You know, we do saws, we do Scott packs, we do maneuvers.
So that's Thursday night training. But Sunday, does everybody still get together? Is that still
we used to do
day?
It. We used to do it. Like when I first got in truck one, we did it on Sundays.
Okay.
But then, you know, you get these new younger guys. They don't know how to get together. And so we had to switch it from Sundays to Thursdays.
Okay. So you switched it from Sundays to Thursdays. So and is that the entire department really?
No,
that's just truck one. That's just truck one.
Yeah.
So there's other companies that may do Sundays.
They might do Sundays if they're free and not working. They'll do a Sunday.
So I got to ask a question about just camaraderie, right? You know, you were the captain down there. How do you keep everyone together, even as just not just truck, because when you are a chief, you're looking at every company. How do you keep that camaraderie? How do you keep everyone together? Because all these personalities.
Well, basically, Chris, it's if you get fires, you have that When you have no fires, you have a big high school of everybody fighting, and he said this and he said that. But once you get the fires, everybody is together.
I love the way you said that, because no one said that on that show yet. When you get fires, everybody
is fine. Everybody is happy. Everybody's happy. Nobody's fighting. Yeah. But when you get slow, everybody gets bored. Everybody wants to throw this guy under the bus and this guy under the bus, and you have problems. But once you get fires, everything is smooth sailing.
Everything is smooth sailing.
Yep.
Everybody's focused and talking about the fires and doing that and doing this.
Oh, yeah. And then you get the senior guys who come down and basically when you get no fires, they try to tell a story and nobody's interested. But the senior and older guys know about those stories. I was always told when a senior guy speaks about fires, listen to it. There's a message in that story.
Learn so much.
You learn so much.
That's right. Learn so much from those stories.
Yep.
All right. So I got a couple questions left. And one of the questions I got for you is, for you in a whole, how has being part of a volunteer service, the volunteer fire department, how has it changed your life?
Ooh, it changed my life, to me, for the better. Because one, I couldn't be a city fireman. I missed the age.
Okay.
And my thing was, I missed the cutoff age. So my thing is, like I said, in the 90s, Hempstead was burning. So I felt like I was in a city fire department because we rolled every day and every night. I mean, there were times when we pulled back into the barn. We're going for another job.
Wow.
And it was like constantly rolling. So I felt like I was a city guy.
Yeah.
I felt that way because it was nonstop. I felt like I was back in Brooklyn back in the days where it burnt. You know, that's how I felt because Hempstead burnt that much. Yeah. And like I said, me, Charlie, and Rob and his father, that's how it was. You pull back in a firehouse, burning. Boop, boop, come out,
right,
you're going again. You're going again. Another one.
Back to back.
So
it's safe to say, like we say sometimes to the young guys, you forgot more fires than some of them have actually been to.
Yeah.
You literally have forgotten.
And then for us, like Charlie said in one of his stories, we had pickup spots.
Yeah.
We had pickup spots. So
explain that. Explain those pickup spots.
Okay, the pickup spots was if you lived on a certain way and you had no car and the truck was coming down, they would look for you. If they seen you, they slowed down, you jumped on, and you kept on going. And you kept on going.
So y'all actually had designated pickup spots. So you could live down a block. You'd be like, yo,
truck
run down to the pickup spot.
Go to the pickup spot and they'll pick you up. They will look for you. Now, if the truck was coming your way, you wave your hands, wave them down. No, at that time you would have a pickup spot. You would keep the gear on a truck. So when you got to the call, you gear up
is there
and you go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go work.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. I wonder if other departments have pickup spots and things like that.
Maybe, but
Hempstead
like I said,
is huge, so I can imagine.
And like I said, I met a guy named Melvin Hill the same way.
Okay.
He had no car. I found his pager going to a pickup spot, his fire pager. I picked it up. I'm like, oh, I found a pager. And he was in a company across the hall from Truck One.
Okay.
Engine 2.
Okay.
And that's how me and him came boys. Because I found the pager.
I know.
And
he
boom.
was like,
and like I said, them pages was like $550.
Yeah.
So I found it,
you don't want to lose one of those.
Then I gained another friend in the fire department.
Yeah.
Because just by finding a pager.
By just doing that. And then you meet them, and then next thing you know, y'all are cool people.
You're cool people.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So, last question for you is, if there's someone listening right now that wants to join the fire services or, is in right now, they're new, what type of advice would you want to give them?
I give them advice. My advice I tell to most people who want to join: don't join because your friends are joining. Join because it's in your heart. It's something that you really want to do, and it looks good on a resume. It's showing them that you have potential, and that's the reason why I joined also too. I joined because I had an older gentleman on my block who was a city fireman named Mr. Hunt, and he was probably a 25, 30-year member. He worked in the Bronx. Growing up in Roosevelt, we used to go to his garage and put his gear on. Mm-hmm. And basically, that helped me out. And like I said, I tell all these new guys, don't do it for your friends. Don't do it because they're doing it. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's in your heart. And if you don't have time now, when you get free time, join again and do it again.
There you go.
The aspiration is always there. And like I said, if you get to a good company, these senior guys will take you under their wing and show you what to do.
There we go. There we go. I love it. Listen, Chief, thank you so much for coming down to the Firehouse, man. Is there anything that I'm forgetting? Any other questions or anything you want to shout out or anything like that before I forget?
Only thing I want to shout out is, like I said, to the Hempstead Fire Department and to my company, Truck One.
Truck One in the building.
And to my sister departments, Brentwood and Roosevelt. Thank you.
There you go. I love it. All right. Listen, we just heard from Chief Kyle Boles from the Hempstead Fire Department about his life as a firefighter. I hope you all enjoyed the conversation. Please like, share, subscribe, do all those things. I am your host, Chris Moses, and please tune in next week to another great conversation in the Firehouse.